This is CUTV Arts and Culture. We're here to check out Cowboy Mouth. Let's take a look.
I was actually called by Chelsea McIsaac, who asked me if I might be interested in doing this, and then she mentioned that this play was by Sam Shepard, Cowboy Mouth, and I'd never heard of it, right? So then I look into it, and then there's this whole past to Sam Shepard that I had no idea of. The fact that he, was lovers with Patti Smith is like, that blew my mind, So I was like looking into this, and then I finally read the show, and it was like, I don't know, there's something very, very well, obviously very abstract about this writing as compared to with some of his later stuff, It's still got that sort of anger, that kind of visceral rawness that a lot of his plays have, but it's like almost more. It's not. It's very raw.
That was his best song, man. What a great fucking song. And all the girls would cry when he sang. He sang all them pretty ballads. One day, when all the girls were waiting, when all the people paid their fare to see Johnny.
That's the interesting thing about this play, is it really is poetic. And although it's intended to be quite dark and heavy and realistic, that's not the way I've chosen to interpret it this time around. It's much more, I've taken one of the secondary characters and made him the primary character, and the primary characters are actually telling the secondary character's story rather than their story. So, and they're doing that through clown. So it's a little different. And what I held on to in the play is just the human struggle. And what was just a human struggle to me back then is now the human struggle to be famous, and that's what we're focusing on. And it's relevant today because of, I think, and I'm trying to commentate on how in today's society being famous seems to be people's number one desire, and that in the era of social media and reality television, that people will stop at nothing.
It certainly has a kind of a 1970s kind of dirty rock, kind of pre-punk kind of vibe to it, but I think that the themes that are present in the play are still very relevant today, if not more so than they were at that time. The themes of sort of the cult of fame and things like that. I think these days with reality TV and things like that, it's even more. It's more ubiquitous than it was in the 70s, I think.
Mr. Lobster Man, we're so happy to see you. We were just talking about you. Won't you come in?
Have a seat.
How long have you been a lobster?
I think just being in my 30s now, I've spoken to some of my other friends that are in their mid-30s as well. You just, you're getting more into your own skin and knowing what you like, knowing what you don't like, learning from all your, past experiences. And
So do you think it may be more personal rather than the change in society, the change in the new media?
I guess it's both, I guess it's both, because there's definitely a part of me that's always trying to work on, work on myself, but I think that there's definitely we're slowly, women in society are slowly getting a bit, further, in
Further or maybe too far?
There's no such thing.
We've just spoken to the director and cast of Cowboy Mouth, written by Sam Shepard and Patti Smith. It takes place at Espace 4001. This is Howard Jorna for CUTV Arts and Culture.